Welcome to the ranch. It is garden season and we're so excited about it. But one of the things that we're finding this year is that we're having a little bit of a struggle because Monica is injured right now. And so she's usually the garden person. I come out, I'm the muscle, the kids are the muscle. We help plant, we help till, we help put these different fences up. But this year, because she's injured, we're going to have to do it ourselves. So she's going to watch from a distance and or help us where she can by giving direction. First thing we're going to shoot for is to get this fence line all cleaned up. You can see how beat up this fence is. It is time for it to go. This fence line has been up for just about 10 years. And in the summertime, when the garden goes away and we have grass that we just kind of let grow, we'll let the cows go in there. And you can see it with all the fence line and how beat up it is, them jumping over it, and it's time for it to go. This fencing that was sent to us is a farm fence. It's 6 foot tall by 164 feet long.
Well, as Eric has mentioned, the garden is a lot of work. Have you ever felt like as the spring comes, you not only have garden, but you have different sports and different activities you're going to, new school routines, just things change so much as the seasons change. And I know that I feel that way a lot, so I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that feel the same way. Well, with that comes a lot of anxiety. Am I doing enough? Am I growing enough? Am I driving the kids to the activities they're supposed to be at? Whatever it is, spring can be a lot for people, and it can be a lot for me sometimes. Maybe it's a lot for you. And that's where my sponsor BetterHelp comes into play. My sponsor BetterHelp can connect you with therapists who can provide support. The majority of BetterHelp members seek support for anxiety, and 69% of members report improved anxiety symptoms after 6 weeks of therapy on BetterHelp. It's easy to start. Just fill out a questionnaire, and you will match with a therapist in as little as a couple days. Easily switch therapists at any time, at no extra cost if it's not the right fit. I love that. Knowing that you can switch if it's not really working out for you is super awesome to me, especially at the no cost thing. Yeah, right away. They carefully make sure that the therapists on the platform are well qualified, and their customer support team is there to help you if you have any questions at all. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. Let BetterHelp help you rule your anxiety so that your anxiety doesn't rule you this springtime. Click the link in the description or go to www.betterhelp.com/BlandsRanch for 10% off your first month of therapy. Now, let's get this garden finished because it has been a long time coming.
I'm excited for this fencing, and the reason why we went with the 6 foot is because with a 6 foot fence, the cows should not be able to get their head over and push it down. So we're hopeful that that will help us out. But before we put the fence up, we got to get all this straightened up. I figure what better time to make this happen. Since Monica is injured, it's all hands on deck. So we got the young ones jumping vehicles that have been stationary for too long. And then all the way on the other side, over here, I got all the rest of the kids. Some of them aren't even technically my kids, but they're my kids. So I'm glad they're here. And we are going to get everybody involved so we can get this garden cleaned up and hopefully plant it by at least this weekend. I'm going to kind of give you a tour here. We got to get all these buckets out, get all the fencing out, get all the T-posts out. We're going to go ahead and get all these, I'll call them trellises, pulled out. And then if you notice over here on the neighbor's side, because they cut their pasture, they don't really get close to the fence line, so there's trees that are growing up over here. Some of these trees are actually taller than me. See? I'm over 6 foot tall, and this tree is over that, so we got to get that out of here. So I'm hoping that we can make some light work of this with all these extra people here. I want to let them keep working on that. They know what they're up to, so we'll let them handle it because they're going to feel well accomplished. There's a lot of moving parts happening right now. We got vehicles coming in, kids back here working. We got this vehicle running because it's been sitting for too long. You know, this is a little a little PSA, if you will. I feel like a lot of times kids don't want to work. One, because they don't know what to do, but two, because as parents, we don't let them make mistakes. We try to stop them from making mistakes. And I'm all about the mistakes because that's how we become really good at what we do. So these guys back here that are working on the ride mower, I know that they can fix that just like they got this vehicle jumped. They're really good at it. They know how to be safe. And there's plenty of adult supervision around here, especially with Monica laid up. So we're going to keep after this thing. You found a baby snake? Oh. Hey.
Yeah. It's Maverick now.
There you go. That is what you need to be mindful of. Oh, now we got all the help coming in. Look at this. Yeah, let's get after it. Even the dog's in here. We're having all kinds of fun out here. Even found ourselves a nice little toad. Did you know that a toad actually has bumps on its back? And that's how you know the difference between a frog and a toad. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments. Awesome. There's little fingers, his little face. That's right. We're going to let him go. Not kidding, I ain't going to do that. All right, there we go. All these guys right here. There you go. All the kids out here working. Look at that. That's a lot of hands. So we got the garden pretty much cleaned out. The fence line is good to go. We got the grass cut down. So today is the end of day one. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's good work. So this is what I like to see. Everybody laughing and carrying on, enjoying out here working. Working is not a bad thing. That's what we were created to do. All right, it's day two. It looks late because it is. Today is a working day and I was at work all day. And now we got to get this garden tilled. And that's the goal today, tonight, depending on how much time we have. We have a tow behind tiller that the tractor or the ride mower is getting ready to bring over here. We cut all this down and it's been a few days since we've been out here and it's been raining, so the grass is back again, but we just got to keep pushing forward. I do want to say that I noticed that I have the same exact shirt on that I did a few days ago when we started this video, so hey, who wears the same shirts all the time? I feel like I keep wearing the same shirts, like 5 shirts in my repertoire of clothes. I don't even know if I use that correctly, but anyway, so we're going to get the tiller in here, till this out, pull the chunks of grass out. We'll be able to get all these pieces of fencing up for our tomatoes. And then I did take advantage of the rain the other day and we made it out to the store and we got some more cattle panels. We got some 8-foot T-posts to be able to put up this fencing that we have, and everything is right here. I got all this stuff that is ready to be put in the garden. So I'm going to put the camera down and try to get this tilled up while the kids are out here helping. I got a lot of help again, which is good. Well, today was a fail. It looks like we got some tilling done here, but in reality we didn't. You can kind of see here that really the grass is so overgrown that even the tiller was no match for all the work that we got to put into it. So this is one of those discouraging days because you put a lot of work and effort into it to get to this point. I was really excited about all the fencing we were going to be able to put up, but now we can't because we still don't have the tilling done. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to tackle this project. So I've called it a night, and we'll see how we do it from here. Here we go. This is day 3 of trying to get this stinking garden put in place, and of course I got stuck in traffic, couldn't get here as quickly as I wanted to get here. But what I will say is, on the last day, day 2, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to till this garden because it was so hard. And so as you can see here behind me, I got a tractor, a very good friend of ours. I would be ashamed of myself if I didn't make sure I added him into the video. And this is Chris. Chris is a great friend of the family. He is family. He's more than just a friend. But he brought this tiller over because his wife found out that we haven't planted our garden yet. And she's like, Chris is bringing it. So I appreciate Chris. I appreciate Jocelyn and all the family for always being part of the family. And that's how you know who true family is. They're willing to sacrifice what they got going on to help you out, and we got plenty of that going on around here, trust me. So I'm going to get this tiller rolling. We finally got garden done, and I can't be more happy because that was the easiest thing. It took me longer to get the attachment on the back of the tractor than all the I don't even know what to say other than thank you, Chris. Thank you. Look at this soil. This is nice and soft. We're going to need to do a little bit of raking around in here, but the kids can do that while I'm at work. This is day 4 of our, what I have now dubbed as the garden reconstruction. So we had to deconstruct it, day 1, and now we are trying to build it back up. And just the other day we were able to finally till it, which is what you see here behind me. It's beautiful, it's fluffy, it's light. And today we're going to be working on the fencing. So the kids just unrolled it. This is a 6-foot fence. It is utilized to keep livestock out of things, and normally you would put this maybe on a high fencing around the pasture or something like that, but we're going to utilize it around our garden because, as you have seen in our videos, we use our cows to trim our grass and keep it nice and short rather than wasting our time and resources such as fuel and wear and tear on the ride mower to get out here. Now we will do that a couple times throughout the year, but for the most part we try to let the cows eat every bit of grass that we have. So now we're going to get this fence up. Let's get it done.
I have 2 more probably. We have 1.
Stop on that camera and turn it off, please. I want to give a special shout out to Federal Prot, which is the supplier of this fencing. They wanted us to test it out, and as I say to a lot of people who want us to try their product, I will test it, but I will also be very honest. So right now everything seems to be going pretty good. The final test will be when the cows are in this grassy area here inside the yard to make sure that they can't push it in. I think this will be relatively easy to put up, and I only have the help of the little boys. Oh, and the emu. Of course, he's a great help, or she, whatever it is. Anyway, we have the little boys here. I have my eldest here. Well, not my eldest, but eldest on site is here. So between the 4 of us, we should be able to get this hung up pretty easily. Mr. Cameraman, if you look right down here, this is about the 5th or 6th time this has happened, and it keeps getting caught up on itself, which I guess to an extent you may think that that's okay, but it does get a bit annoying after having to correct it. There we go. All right. So that's about the 5th or 6th time, and I told myself if it happens again, I'm going to at least reveal it. So that's a negative that I got to keep getting down here to get that undone. Day 5. I feel like this is a project that just won't stop. I got the kids over here playing. They've been waiting for me to get home from work. And we have our last little bit. You can see here we got the fencing done along the edge, this other edge. And the only other piece I have to do is right back there on the back side of the greenhouse, and I'm going to put a gate in for Monica. This has been important over the last couple of days. We've kind of gone back and forth regarding the gate, and I want to make it an environment where it's super simple for her, super easy, especially knowing that she's got some injuries with the back, and especially while she's trying to recover, that we'll be able to get it set up so that she can just do what she needs to do, be able to get in and out easily without bending over or hurting herself again. So once we get the gate put in place, I'm going to go ahead and put the raised bed in, and then also I'm going to put the other paneling in here that we use to kind of corral all of our tomato bushes so that everything is ready to go. So hopefully by the end of this video and before the sun drops over that horizon, I'm very prayerful that today will be the last day. I'm exhausted, my body's exhausted, and it's just been one thing after another. So I hopefully can check this off as a project that is complete. So I did notice that I keep picking out West Virginia gear every time I go to get in the garden. We got the gate picked out that we wanted. We got the one with the meshing on the front so that the birds and little rabbits, little wild animals, little puppies, little anything else can't get underneath or through a pipe type gate. So we're going to get ready to hang this up. I wanted to show you something pretty cool, and we're going to find out if it works. I think that it will, but maybe it won't. Let me show you. Normally with a gate like this, you have the pieces that you will thread into a post, usually like a 3, 4, 5 inch round post that you will bury right down there in the ground. But due to some electrical close by, I don't really know where exactly everything runs. So rather than guessing, we've tried to do something a little different. Monica was online and found this little device that you can use on a T-post, and it looks like it might work pretty good. So this is the piece here that you're going to, let's get rid of that and put this in like this. So on the bottom we're going to have it like that. On the top it goes upside down, that way the gate doesn't come off. So it's pretty simple. I mean, you can see the shape of it, so it will fit on either side of a T-post. Let me see if I can get you right here. I don't know if that's showing up. All you have to do is slide it over top, and it's even got a little notch here in the front so that it will go over these little nubs, and you just take it down as far as you need it. We got the gate put on, and all in all it was pretty easy. We were able to slide the pieces down. The only downside to this is it bounces a little bit, which is what I figured. That's why I wanted to put a post here, but again, for other reasons, we decided to go with the T-post. So we're just going to leave it like that, and we'll see if it holds up, and if not, then I'll support it another time. That's one thing that I've learned in the farming industry, is sometimes you just got to let it ride. Oh geez, I'm going to fall. That's what I've learned sometimes in the farming industry. Sometimes you just got to let it ride. I'm going to put a gate right back here, and then over here I'm going to start putting in all the little pieces that Monica needs in here. So I'm hoping to knock this out as quick as I can. Day 6 of our project, and this is a good day. So it's been a long project. We technically got all of the fencing up, we got the arches set up. I couldn't record all that because there's been a lot going on around here, but we were able to finally finish it. And we've been so fortunate to have friends, basically family, coming in from out of state, and all their kids are out here learning how to plant. Some of them already know how to do it, but just experiencing living on a farm is pretty cool, at least for me. And it's even more of a blessing to us to have all these folks here helping us, especially with Monica being injured. So the more hands, the better it is. We're going to take the rest of the day and plant all of our stuff that we have here. Some of it we have grown ourselves inside the house under our lights. Some we've went out and purchased because sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So we're going to finish that up. But before we go, I wanted to make sure that I touched on the fence. So we got the 6-foot fence put up. It's a little flimsier than I would like, but it's going to serve its purpose. I don't know that I would recommend it for cows, but it would probably work on goats and sheep and things like that, and that's just my assessment on what we have. But you can see, you can see Monica too. But it's like a fortress in here, so none of the animals are coming in. You can see the dogs out there. I got some of the other dogs and the emu running around out here, and we've also been able to keep all the kids in. Yeah.
Hey, Phoebe, you want to plant
So,
some watermelon for me?
Anyway, we really appreciate you taking time to check this out, and I think it's going to take me longer to edit this video than it did all the work that we put into it, and that was a lot. So who loves good friends that are willing to pitch in and help? And it's been a long list of people who have been pitching in. Farmers do. Until next time. I want to thank my model for being a fantastic foot model. I want to take a look at this real quick.